welcome to another episode of Honorable Mentions with your honorable host, me, Rachel Annelman. One of two hosts, but I come out first. That's in my contract. I hope you guys are having a great day, a good night. I hope you guys are having an excellent top half of your week. Hello, Pfeiffer. I hope that you have not been fired unless you wanted that to happen. And I hope you didn't get promoted unless you wanted that to happen. And otherwise, I hope everything has shook out to your satisfaction. Give it up for my co-host, the man of the hour, because this is about an hour-long show. Give it up for my co-host, Adi Heller. Woo!
Hey, it's me. I'm a man, and this is an hour.
And Adi, can you tell the audience members how you're feeling? Would you say you're 10 out of 10? How would you put your number?
I'll be honest, but genuinely, between about 10 minutes ago when I started chatting with you and now, I've probably moved up from a 3 to a 4.
Whoa.
Yeah, so the worst thing that's been bugging me all day, literally all day, has been heartburn. And I think it's feeling a little better at the moment. I did take a couple Tums before this show. So fingers crossed, I'm not angry at everything at the end of this show.
First of all, let me say it's always very funny when two Jews cross their fingers. It's very super funny to do. I always try to do it a lot because I'm like, this is a good bit. And also just to summarize, would you say, like, when you said 3 out of 10, would you say 0 is dead? Would you say you're 3 from dead?
Zero is, so 1 is urgent care, 0 is straight to the hospital.
Okay, so it's dead's not on the scale.
No, because I wouldn't be reporting that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So actually, no. 0 is like I'm already, like, they've given me a room and I know I'm going to be at the hospital for many days, and parts of my body, like, straight up aren't working.
Got it. Cool. Thank you for specifying. I was concerned. Now,
So 3 is not good, and that's where I was most of the day. I genuinely didn't want to move the core of my body in any direction.
Right. And I'm glad you're up to 4 now, and hopefully tomorrow you'll be at a 5 or a 6. Not to put pressure on you to feel things you don't feel yet. I don't want to pressure you. I just want to pressure your body. I want to pressure your body and say, hey, Eddie's body, make him feel better. What is the holdup? If that's okay, is it okay for me to yell at your body?
It is, but my body will fart back at you.
I'm ready to take it. Now, for this show, we were going to have
Insult.
Hello, Insult. We were supposed to have 2 guests. We do not have one of our guests tonight because she won the publishing clearinghouse. No, that's not true. Sarah, like Adi, was not feeling well, so we're also wishing her the best. She's not here, so I won't riff on it the way I'm riffing off Adi's. Adi is here, and that makes it feel okay. I'm not going to riff off an absent person's illness. That seems beyond some sort of pale because everyone's sick. But we do have one guest. Adi, would you like to hear them up?
Our next guest was kind enough to host my family and me this past weekend in their new home in Melrose, Massachusetts. It's beautiful. It is the grand home that they deserve because they are curious, they are funny, they are wonderful, they are smart. They are Misha.
Woo.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah, I was at Melrose Place. That's right, Ansel.
It's true. Everything in the city revolves around the show. Actually, the mayor has to be somehow formally associated with the show. They only hire people who interacted with the studio in a very particular range of years.
Now, in Melrose Place, when they hold the annual spelling bee, it's like a very different thing than happens in other towns, right? It's all about Aaron and Tori spelling.
Correct.
Yeah, you just spell their names.
The only words that be are their two names.
Yeah. That's what I've heard.
Everybody wins, but in today's everybody wins culture, that's okay apparently.
Everybody wins at Melrose Place.
Yeah.
I just I love
fun.
the idea. I love the idea that it's 2022 and people are still doing. Everybody gets a participation medal. Like that is so funny during a pandemic, and it's just like the funniest thing to still be doing. I think that's like an award-winning bit at this point.
It really gets under some people's skin that those things theoretically exist.
Yep.
Not here, somewhere. Not for my kids, but for some kids. So Misha, we met when we did comedy together. Are you? Do you feel like you still partake of the comedy lifestyle, or do you feel like you are mainly focused on being successful and happy?
Ooh, ouch.
The answer. I know the answer.
Definitely not the latter.
Wait, what?
Well, I don't know. No, I mean,
I saw you this weekend. You look successful.
Happy? The answer is I don't really do any comedy stuff that is not improvising for my daughter. that is the extent to which I do comedy. But I had a bit where her shoes were brothers, and were talking to her, and really needed to find their cubby. That bit killed. That was pure effective parenting.
That's kind of a peas in the pod scene.
Yeah, they were very much just heightening one another's smelly energy.
Smelly energy. Very good. I can confirm that Misha does great improv with his wonderful daughter.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Who our girls have been talking about nonstop since we got back to Amherst.
Likewise, everything has been at that stage they're processing what has happened by repeatedly saying what has happened, and so Sydney was here and Sydney slept in my room. Or she'll be like, "Where's Sydney?" Well, Sydney's at her house, but then she'll ask it at every different point in the day, because I think partially she's wondering what Sydney she's
Yes,
I have this soul connection to this person, and now they're not here. What are they doing?
Yeah, they continue existing.
It's weird. I think at that age they are still kind of wrapping their heads around that people exist outside of the times when they see them.
Yeah.
And to be clear, we're talking about real little kids, for our viewers who are not necessarily
17, 18.
they're 17 years old, but they're this size.
Yeah, they're toddler size.
The pandemic has really done a number on kids' development.
Yeah. So my daughter's 2.5.
Mm-hmm. And she and Sydney, thick as thieves. Those two. Sydney's 3.5. So, yeah. Rachel.
Yeah.
What do you think about the tweets of the week?
We can share those. I can bring those up for you guys right now. Just a heads up, my computer is being a little weird, so hopefully it all works. But we'll see. We'll see.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, the part of me that worries about things has died. So I don't worry about things anymore. I just kind of trundle along.
What did it die of?
Type of comedy?
Of overuse?
I think that's true of most people. Uh,
Yeah, I'm still working on killing mine, and it's still alive, no matter how much I try to beat it into a pulp.
oh no, I was saying people die of that.
Oh, that's also true.
Misha, before we jump into the tweets, what would you say is your level of engagement with Twitter?
I have a screen name, a Twitter name, a Twitter. What does one call what they have on Twitter?
An account.
That's the level of that's the level of my engagement with Twitter, is that I don't know what they call the things.
Oof.
Yeah. But I know. I mean, I know what tweets are, but I
Oh,
don't
it's a
know.
handle.
Yeah, but I don't know what's going on. Like there was a podcast I listened to a while back called Reply All, and they did a thing called Yes Yes No, where one of them didn't know anything about Twitter. They brought in someone who like didn't follow Twitter at all, really, and just like had them find tweets that they didn't understand, and then the two of them would try to explain it. And like I wouldn't say that I am quite as disconnected as the person that brought the tweet, but like you could more or less do a yes yes no with me at this point.
Cool. I'd say Rachel is deep in down the gaping maw of Twitter, so much that she knows it, and she has, I think, become one with it.
Like Freakazoid.
Yeah. So I think I'm somewhere between you and that, but I'm closer to you. But I do open Twitter somewhat frequently. But like the main thing on my Twitter feed, because I used to be really active in the Big Brother Twitter community, is just a lot of people's reactions to Big Brother live feeds.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm functionally not on Twitter.
Are the reactions like short, like, oh no, did he just say that? Like that level of reaction, or are they more like contextualized? Like,
no, it's like, man, Joseph is wild right now, and then like they'll have a screenshot of I don't know, like Joseph having his like third whisper conversation with a different person in the last 5 minutes, and they won't even say what it is. Or sometimes they'll like memes will happen because like someone will have sex and it'll be very short, and so they'll make fun of it. All right, so Rachel sent me the tweets. Where did Rachel send me the tweets? Did she Facebook me the tweets?
Oh
no. Nope. Did she email them to me? And oh, there they are. There they are. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right. So now I guess I'm gonna try. Rachel, should I just start them? Should I just start the tweets? All right. I'm gonna put up this banner from Pfeiffer. That's I want everyone to just look at those and then type them in quickly. I'm gonna pull it off real quick. Okay, it's gone. I hope you looked it up. All right. Let's do the share. All right, we're gonna go for this. We're gonna share screen. We're gonna share the Chrome, I think. Yep, there we go. And we're gonna go over to the Gmail. All right, and so now we're at the part of the show where I can't see you, Misha. So we're going to have a conversation, but I'm not going to be able to respond to your facial gestures. What do you think? Should we start at the top or the bottom?
The bottom. I'm gonna try to use my voice to convey my emotion.
All right. Okay. Here we go. This is the first tweet. And this was sent out into the internet by John Wet Butt V Variety. and it got almost 170,000 likes.
Ooh.
This is a real success story for John, which is what his parents call him. My older friend was in undergrad on 9/11, and he got up late and class was canceled, and he went to check the TV, but there was a crowd. So he tried to see a movie, but it was canceled, increasing his irritation. I want to write a show where he just keeps almost discovering 9/11. Like, there's cliffhangers. He's at an airport bar going to a retreat alone for whatever reason, and he's about to see 9/11 news on TV, but he meets a strange woman who leads him to a card game. Keeps getting 9s and 11s, almost finding it in his subconscious, giving myself goosebumps. All right. And I was just checking to see if Rachel was back. Yell at me if Rachel. Oh, no, you won't see the green room. Anyway, so I'll have to keep checking periodically. Looks like the rest of this is not funny, so we're gonna leave that alone. All right.
I I love the concept. A whole movie, I think like a TV episode, right? Like a Black Mirror episode, something like that. Yeah, but you could only suspend disbelief for 30 minutes of avoiding an inevitable outcome.
No, I think we go 20. What was the old episode back in the day of The Office and Cheers and
22
sitcoms? It was 22 episodes, right? But maybe with also a Christmas special. And I think that's where you go with this. I think you just trust that. Right, sure, no one can suspend disbelief past that first episode, but that doesn't matter. They just are amazed by the trick, by how you keep doing the same trick, So that's what I say.
And it's always 9/11. It doesn't vary with the year. It doesn't move from 9/11 to Halloween, and then
no. I think it does. I think time continues. I think.
But the only thing that he doesn't know happened was 9/11.
That's right.
Yeah. Wow.
He walks. He's. I mean, at a certain point, people stop talking about it. The big gauntlet to cross every year will be 9/11 when people talk about the anniversary of it.
Yeah.
But after and that first year post 9/11, there was a lot of 9/11.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just think you get to episode 19 of this, and you're so invested in everything else in this guy's life, but it's like Kenny dying in South Park. You just know it's coming.
Yeah. And then in the final episode, it doesn't happen. The final episode, yeah, the show ends right before. It's clear that it's going to happen, but then curtain.
Full black, like the end of The Sopranos.
Yeah, exactly.
Two things might happen: either he sees it, or someone kills him.
Exactly. It has to end. It has to end with.
Mm-hmm. What other historical events do you think there should be shows about not finding out about? What do you think would be the best one?
I mean, it's hard to top 9/11 in terms of a single event that everyone really definitely found out about.
Right. Well, I mean, I think that's why this works because we all have conversations about where we were when 9/11 happened and how we, what room we walked into that we found out about it.
Yeah. Right? I'm trying to think of other things like that have happened in my presidential elections would be it's an easy one, but that's certainly a distinct thing that people that have a pretty strong memory of, the 2020 election.
Yeah, I mean, we could go fully the opposite direction, and maybe he just never found out about the rift between Vin Diesel and The Rock, and so he doesn't understand why The Rock left the Furious franchise.
That would
But
be
he
amazing.
keeps almost discovering that they have a beef.
And the whole and like, oh,
Hello, we got a
Jesus.
Rachel.
Hey, it's me. It's the co-host of the show. Adi, can you put up the tweet on screen?
I did I lose it?
You never had it.
I never ever had the tweet on screen.
You never had the tweet on screen, not for one moment.
What happens to me?
I don't know, but I know
All right.
that I know
All right.
that I froze when I tapped it.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
now I
tweet.
see the text.
We're going in night mode. I don't know if this shows is funny in night mode.
This is. I don't know how to change that quick enough.
It's okay. I just like making fun of it when things are different.
Yeah, but I'm nervous about going from our regular 8 to a 7.
I think it's your nervousness that makes it more fun to imply it's worse, because you genuinely care and want it to be good.
I do. I do love approval. It's one of my favorite things.
I give viewers of the show don't know this, but I do give a sticker to a D after every good show.
Yeah, and I'm on my way to 6.
He's on his way to 6 out of 10. When he reaches 10, there will be a free pizza party.
Ooh.
Man, I hope I can go.
Me too. Otherwise, this would have been all pointless.
You hold it on a weekend I can't get to Boston.
Yeah, like I don't even have to like organize with anyone else. I just like refuse to schedule it when you can make it.
You like plant a pizza in some strategic location. It's like if you can go to this place at this time and pick it up, there are people at a pizza.
You have to reach the top of the Prue.
I was thinking like hanging off the net thing that used to hang by South Station.
Oh yeah. Adi, did you want to move on to the next tweet?
Yeah, so I think I did a different setting than you do normally, where I'm only sharing that tab. So I'm gonna stop this share and try and fix that. Share screen. I'll just do the whole screen. Yeah. There we go. Do the whole screen. And that's not working. Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. So that's why that's not working. Okay, I'll just pull up the next tweet, and then I'll jump over to it.
How does Chrome lose permission? Like it captures your screen too late after curfew, and then.
That's right. That's what happened. So
Pfeiffer says the best pizza he's had in years was from a truck stop.
Ooh.
Nice. I had really, really good pizza in Arlington this past weekend at a place with a like deliberately difficult name. It is called For Pizza. FOR For Pizza.
And what did you go there for?
Right.
That's like having an email where your the username part of the email has an app in it.
All right, so this is one of our famed looping videos that we invented. Let's give it some sound. Can you all hear it?
So to queue up this tweet, for those of you who like myself, like to turn the Twitch on and then put their phone next to their pillow and lie down on the pillow, not watching the screen. This tweet says, the caption explains that the doormat says gayest place in town, and the video is of two, I believe, door-to-door Bible explainers come to the door. start to read it, and then immediately leave.
Now,
It's
are
the
those Jehovah's
realization
Witnesses
that
or Mormons?
Yeah, that was going to be my question.
Gayest?
It's like it's the
Gayest?
literal like you see like the start to finish the like you are shown the progress of the idea as it like filters through their brain.
Yeah.
Rachel, it's not just your computer that's being a pain. My friend Heather, who comes sometimes, her Wi-Fi is keeping her from joining us, so it's gotten wide, these issues.
These wide Wi-Fi issues.
Not only are humans sick.
I'll also say a couple more things about this. This is the only good use of a ring video. Ring videos are, of course, bad. It's bad to turn the world into a surveillance state. However, this video in particular is funny and good. So therefore, there are exceptions to every rule. The major exception to this rule is that sometimes you can get a funny video from your ring video staring out at the world. Anything else we'd like to notice about the video from you guys?
I'm curious about the landscaping on the neighbor across the street.
Yeah.
That's really weird, right? Like that they just have like a dirt hill going up to their lawn.
It might be a new. Yeah, it is. It's not a new development. Like there are houses right there.
Yeah, no, they've got their Dish Network satellite up. Like they're that's usually an old thing.
Yeah.
And like what's going on with the white incline further back?
I think that's just another dirt hill.
I have seen white inclines like that, like near the coast of the Cape, where it's like clamshells, but not so not so uniform. So, but that would actually make sense. The end of the Cape for the gayest place in town. Terrible place to explain Bibles.
Yeah. You're gonna find very, very little to unfertile territory.
I would take some cojones to put gayest place in town in front of your house in P-Town.
That's true. It's a pretty big claim.
Yeah.
Do you like watching that GeoGuessr guy?
The GeoGuessr guy?
You know, there's this guy online who's like, his thing is that he plays GeoGuessr and he's like too good at it. Like he'll look at a picture of a house that has like a yard sign and he'll be like, oh, that's a San Antonio, Nevada. And you're like, it'll be like a brick wall. And he'll be like, oh, that's Sacramento. It'll be like a blue sky. And he's like, oh, that's Tampa. Like he's just like way too good at that game.
No, I don't like it.
You don't like that?
I don't like. Do you like that?
It felt like a game that you did not know you were playing in that moment. Like,
yeah,
like, it looks like they're from Providence. I don't know, but this, like that guy would be able to tell you where this video is.
Yeah. All right. So he's a resource. He's a tool to be used appropriately. It terrifies me that someone's really good at the game I was just playing badly.
That seems like eerie levels of.
Like, does he practice?
Yeah, and how could you practice? Like, you know,
there's like
notice every license plate.
There are strategies and also like you figure out different stuff about different places. You just get good at it.
Mm-hmm. Now I want to try this game.
Bring us on.
The thing that this is going to accomplish is give me a new addiction of a perpetual puzzle I can't answer in my head.
Misha, you strike me as a GeoGuessr.
Yeah, I guess I might. The thing that the last detail about this video that I think draws my attention is just their body language is just so like almost like it's a cartoon. Like if you were making a cartoon of this scene, like you couldn't give the people more perfect body language in terms of like their stance and the way their shoulders droop and the way they sulk off.
Yeah, no, they were balloons, and
They've been popped.
that doormat popped them. But like with a like perfectly sized little hole so that they could.
Yeah, I think you see the whole deflation in slow motion.
Yeah. All right, shall we tweet on?
Yes, let's tweet away.
Okay. All right. So stop that share. Pull up on next one. All right. And then come back here. Share the tab. Doodly-doo.
For those of you just joining us, my computer is too shitty for me to put up the tweets myself. So now it's Adi's turn.
And my computer has been yelling at me for a good 4 weeks saying service recommended. So we are pretty crazy. All right. So Brandy Jensen, popular Twitter account, one I've seen periodically go big. This is 127K likes, so it's a good tweet. And Brandy says, watching a documentary about suffragettes, and they end with this little "what happened to them" montage. Real mixed bag, laughing my ass off. Sylvia dedicated herself to communism and campaigns.
Pause. Adi, you have to blow them up. You can't keep them.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, big. All right, do you want to read these? You should read these.
Sure. So this is Sylvia. You can tell she's got a face of a Sylvia. And she says, Sylvia dedicated herself to communism and campaigned for Ethiopian independence. So good job, Sylvia.
Good.
2 good things to do.
Yep.
All right.
Next was Flora. Flora founded the anti-socialist Women's Guild of Empire, which sounds very bad. I'm not a historian, but one can make basic assumptions. Women's Guild of Empire sounds terrible. It just sounds like a bad thing to do.
Yeah. Also, let's look at that Flora, and they cast the perfect cold-hearted being to do this.
And then changed her name to Darth Flora.
Darth Flora, Women's Guild of Empire. Very good. All right, onward.
This is doesn't have a name. No name for this.
What is this?
It says she became a spokesperson for Save the Children. Sure, why not? Let's go. Let's save those children. Who needs something to them?
She sure did.
And the final one, in 1932, she joined the British Union of Fascists, head of its women's section.
Oh, the UOF. The WS of the UOF.
Wow. I wonder if they were pals with the Women's Guild of Empire.
So I think this is great. I think this tells you a lot about women and letting them vote, right? Because you're sort of like, oh, suffragettes, we're letting women vote. What does this mean? And what it means is that everything is going to be fine. And it's going to be fine because women's votes will just cancel each other's out.
Exactly 2 and 2.
Half of women are commies, half of women are fascists. It all ends up a wash in the end. No need to worry about it. And also women really good at staying busy. Women can stay busy even when they get the right to vote. They'll have stuff to do. So don't feel like, oh, they'll get bored if they have the right to vote and there's nothing else for them to do. They'll find other hobbies like being a fascist or being a spokesperson.
Getting a name.
Getting a name.
Yeah, a lifelong project for her.
Yeah, I think none of them supported democracies. I think that's right. I think that's the
takeaway point. Well, Save the Children might be a democracy.
no, Save the Children. They're fine. They're fine. They I just raise
Constitutional
money
monarchy.
they raise money to send money to different programs that support children in countries where they need support.
Other things to notice. Can we bring up the last lady one more time, please, for educational purposes? Don't assume that just because a woman has a jaunty bow tie that's on the side of the angels.
Right?
Yeah.
You might see a woman in a bow tie and you're like, she must be cool. Who wears a bow tie and isn't cool? But yeah, you can be wicked. You can be super fascist and have a jaunty bow tie. Both things are possible and probable. Some would say. Yeah, and I certainly can't tell from the pictures which one turned out good and which one turned out bad.
Although, if I had to guess, like I would say, like the one that turned out to be a fascist, like that's sort of a fascisty bow tie.
Oh, okay.
Because of it's straight lines.
Mm-hmm. The straight lines, it kind of looks like I don't know, like the helmets on an SS uniform. You got the little the black and the straight lines and the
yeah.
maybe not all bow ties.
Are you thinking like Mondrian, like kind of like it's trying to set the whole world in order?
Yeah, exactly. Everyone fall in line.
Mm-hmm. Everyone fall in line. She should have done a better job.
I'm gonna say this. This feels like post hoc rationalization. I don't think you thought when you saw that bow tie that's a Nazi bow tie. I think we came to that conclusion knowing afterwards.
No, I saw that bow tie and I thought ice cream scoop. I thought like old timey ice cream scooper employee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is not ruled out.
When you said scoop, I thought you meant like journalist.
Old fashioned ice cream scoop.
Read all about it. Ice cream still cold.
I got the skinny on ice cream. It won't keep you skinny.
The custard beat.
But Pfeiffer has some good facts about Save the Children. He writes, Save the Children's biggest issue was that the CIA pretended to be them while vaccinating kids to find bin Laden. And then a bunch of real aid workers got murdered. Thanks a lot, CIA.
Damn, Pfife. That is some good hard-hitting ice cream scoop. I interacted with Save the Children in a prior lifetime. I was a field manager for Greenpeace's Boston street corner fundraising program. And we had to share and divvy up turf, street corners, with the other fundraising organizations in the city. And so at a certain point, some new guy came in. I think it was it was us, it was Masspurg, it was Save the Children, and it was the last one was like something really similarly named, like the Children's Fund or something like that. And the new manager came in and took over either Save the Children or the Children's Fund and was a total a-hole and would go on to other people's turf. We had like a whole email where we'd send out our plan for the week and he would just ignore it. So the others of us had a meeting to like basically bully that guy off street corners. So either Save the Children was the asshole or helped us beat an asshole.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That like straight up like turf war, like warrior style, like the Wire style meeting of the
Yeah, no, it felt to me like the five families in The Godfather. Was because we like literally all got together at a bar that none of us went to. And sat around a long table. And that is actually how I'm in the CIA.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Early
Or I'm
infiltration.
not. Plausible deniability.
You know, I wouldn't be shocked. I wish I could say I would be shocked to find out you were fed a D, but I feel like you're so affable that I'm like, this guy, if he's not already an op, like ingratiating himself into different radical groups, then boy, they have failed in their recruitment because he would do great at that. He seems so nice.
That's actually why I'm less active with Surge Boston right now. It's just because we're not scouting them as closely. That's a really terrible joke to make because they're actually worried about that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh.
D, do we have any more tweets in the tweet box?
We've got a few more tweets in there, so let's get them going. We've got 3 to go. All right, so I'll share my window, my tab. Where? There we go. Tweet Twitter.
Ooh, 9/11 truth.
All right, you want to set the stage with this, Rach?
Cool. So Palisade Produce is apparently like a peach provider, which by the way, very fun to say. Palisade Produce is a peach provider. I'll say that when I'm not on the show. That's just like a pleasant sentence. They do have something a little bit interesting about them, which we have to blow up the image to find.
All right, so so top of the homepage, and then
you have to blow this up too.
Woo!
Produce supports an honest investigation into the 9/11 terrorist attacks. More details. And it's like right above their main logo, Palisade Produce, Life's a Peach.
Eat a peach.
Eat a peach.
Life is a peach is like, life is beautiful, eat a peach. That is the vibe of no 9/11 truthers I know.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, life is beautiful. We would like 9/11 investigated.
All right, it is killing me that this tweet did not include any screenshots from what you get when you go more details.
Yeah.
You did see you did see the next one, right?
Yeah, the next one
is like in their about page, their activities, contact, and 9/11 investigation.
That's the 4 pillars of Palisade Produce.
That's right.
Now, Adi, would you like to use your power of screen sharing to visit this website?
All right, I'm gonna yes, but I have to do my weird slow thing.
I'm imagining this tweet interacting with the first tweet about the guy who just didn't know that 9/11 happened, and like an episode like a crossover episode, right?
Yeah.
Where like actually there are 2 separate shows. One is like the 9/11 Truther Peachers, right? Just like investigating 9/11 trutherness. Not our fun.
Yeah. See, you can't, if you've got a 9/11 investigation that is one of your company's pillars, you can't use the word bombs casually. You can't do that. Don't do that. All right, so let's go. More details here.
From farm safety.
Oh, that's why they didn't show it.
Oh no, go to 9/11 investigation. The top.
I know, but that's our. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Were they forced to take it down because they had the truth?
Did they have the truth? No. If they had anything on the site, I'd be like, they don't have the truth. Like, this is stupid. But because it was removed, now I'm like, maybe they had the truth about 9/11. I don't know.
Hold on, I gotta text my CIA texting app here.
That's what happened to the guy who was trying to find out about 9/11 when he went to this website. And so he's like, wait, what happened on 9/11? He goes there and clicks it. What are they investigating? 404.
John Wetbutt. Well,
also like how funny would it be if like the little browser cartoon, instead of saying 404, said 9/11? Like,
oh man, get in touch with the site owner if they are still walking the earth freely.
Yeah, that's right.
And not you
If
know,
you can.
not in some government facility that's not available. I'm just gonna look at everything else. So
Sure.
About our farm, what's going on here? In the year our orchard's coming out of winter dormancy. Servicing.
Thank you, Lord Creator.
Yeah, soon we will begin
Man, there's
bud
some themes here.
thinning. Thank you, Lord Creator. Smiley face, God.
I mean, the rest of it looks totally normal. Like
Farm
it would.
practices.
Yep.
Limited herbicide roadside fruit markets.
It's honestly like a nice website.
Yeah, it flows. It's got good flow here. So there's Palisade Produce. Nice.
You should contact them and be like, what's the truth about 9/11?
Yeah. You can't just tease us like that.
Let's do this. I'm gonna get on their list. Also, my girls love peaches. If we end up ordering some, everyone will be happy.
That's true.
No phone number.
You can use the CIA clone of yours. You can just direct them right there.
What's the truth about 9/11? Did you have it and got silenced? I am interested.
Party.
Researcher.
This is going to become the new segment of the show where we just like watch you slowly become a truther.
Into the rabbit hole with
I mean, that would be fun to infiltrate. If I could infiltrate them, that might do a service. All right. Anything else on Palisade Produce? I think we harvested that tree pretty well.
The Pfeiffer writes, I am all in on a 9/11 truthers.
Twitters. All right, Puff. We will see where this goes. This may be the beginning of a recurring segment.
I feel like 9/11 conspiracy theories are something you can enjoy whether you're from the left or the right of the political spectrum. Like, it doesn't seem to really have necessarily like a left or right wing bias. Mm-hmm. It's just I don't know.
I'm sorry. I just saw the next tweet.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Let's hit it.
I'm really excited about this next tweet. So we're gonna just do this here.
And also, may I interrupt and say it's very fun to do the show when I can see people's faces.
And you know what, Rachel? By doing this only with a Chrome tab, I've actually been able to scroll back to you guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm seeing faces. Yeah.
This is
click this, blow it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Give this focus.
This is amazing.
I love it. I fucking love it. I fucking love it.
There's nothing greater than this.
It's the WNBA basket. Of course this is happening on it. I love it.
What's happening to the other arm?
We don't know. That's obviously the more you look at this picture gives so much. Like, the more you look at it, the more it gives you.
There are 3 of her, at least. There might be 4 of her teleporting through space-time faster than cameras can capture.
Yep.
Whereas he is moving slow enough to be captured with just a blur.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe also fast, right? Maybe there are so many of him that they turn into a little blur.
This photo was actually the original plot for White Men Can't Jump.
I love like the angle she's coming at him. Not only like does it not make sense for like children, like you would never do this
for anyone.
like a real game.
Did she get thrown horizontally for this shot?
Well, and also like I feel like her like the image that is that this is like pieced together from like different photos, or like it was like originally shot with her like standing up and then like bent.
Oh, possibly.
There's like we just like cut off the we're just like just put
there is another hand. There is another hand. If I continue I've enhanced as far as I can enhance. But right in here there is a vague second hand.
Yeah.
It's very small.
Yeah.
Well, she is a baby.
she's flying at the angle that in like very, very old cartoons, like Hanna-Barbera, like 1940s or 50s, I feel like you have, I feel like that's the way Underdog flew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
totally. Like just a horizontal thing moving across the screen.
Yeah. Or like, what was it? Mighty Mouse? What was the other one?
Yeah, Mighty Mouse is a good one.
Yeah.
I want to play their video game. The video game where you get to choose to either be like space-time continuum destroying girl or like, I don't know, angled boy.
You get to like move through the world, but like you can contort yourself into any shape.
You guys, I feel like such a bad parent right now because I just realized that we have a Little Tykes basketball hoop, I think of the exact same size, and we did not get the WNBA one. And that's why my daughter is not better than LeBron.
Yeah. Yep. That's when it started, and that's how it'll be.
Yeah.
Now, Adi, we have not read any replies on this show tonight. Can we possibly, perchance, check those out tonight?
Let's do it. Let's get to some replies. Yeah. What are the people saying? Follow me. Good work. 898 likes for that. It's getting worse for old blue shirt. Format for real. You guys, I'm up to a 5. I want you to know.
That's heartening.
You have to show more replies.
We got it. Oh, right. I lost them.
Unrelated tweets now.
I hate that.
Yep.
She's got
baby elephant
feet.
Yeah, not so fun. This is not real. I'm sorry. I'm giving you that.
It's unreal how much blue gets owned.
Hey! Oh!
Also, but Pfeiffer wanted us to do like a 9/11 joke for this one, so I'll say the only thing that's not real about this image is how unreal the stated version of 9/11 is. So there you go.
That's so good.
Yeah, why? No one is noticing that it's a little girl.
Yeah. I mean,
I got you, MC Willie.
In the defense of the people who didn't notice, there are like 4 of her blending into the same thing. So.
Yeah, it's really 4 little girls together, or 4 versions of the little girl coming together.
There's that sound every time she jumps. Woke NBA.
Up Pfeiffer writes, 19 of the 21 little tykes dunkers were from Saudi Arabia. That's something to keep in mind.
Oh my gosh. One of my all-time favorite gifts right there. I'll just look at it. I'll just watch it. Love that dunk. I used to have the poster. Of him halfway through this dunk.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember what game that's from?
That is from a dunk contest.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wow.
Yep. That is from, I believe, his second dunk contest win of 2 after he swept through 2 of them. He decided he was too good for it, which he was.
That's amazing. He stopped. He's like,
Yeah.
It does make sense that it's a dunk contest because I'm like, this guy's being really poorly defended right now.
All right, we're up. Album cover. It's okay. It's okay.
I like Bron Game 7 type shit.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't do that every time. I like the idea that like this is when it matters.
Yeah.
Got that dog
Crunch.
in it.
I also like that if you're in a basketball thread, the more you're reading through it, the more the likelihood or probability of Yoda being photoshopped to play basketball approaches 1. It's
Oh, that's my joke. Darn it.
Yep.
All right, I'm right there with 0 like Mark.
Yep. It's like what is that? Godwin's law, Spielberg's law, or not Spielberg's law. What's his name? Lucas's law.
Whoever the Twitter guy is, it's his law.
It's their law, yeah. Dorsey's law. Oh,
right.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Is that Street Fighter? Is that from something?
Yeah. It's a one person special move in Street Fighter.
Cool.
Which one is that? Jax?
That sounds right.
No, that's not Jax. No, is Jax Mortal Kombat? No, I don't know. I don't remember anymore.
Adi, I feel like we've really gone through this tweet. Are there any other tweets in the tweet box?
There is one more tweet in the tweet box.
Let's look at it.
All right, so let's jump on over to Sydney Battle, who I follow. So I may have seen it, but I also don't go on Twitter much, so I probably didn't. All right, and here we go. Floor is yours, Rachel.
So this is a fun joke I liked. Sydney Battle writes, a bit in love with the way wealthy children describe their mother's mental illness and ailments in older books. It's always like, we mustn't bother mother. She's taken to bed with one of her color storms.
Oh, yep. I like it. Have you ever had a color storm? You go, Misha.
I was going to say, I misread that at first as colostrum, which is like early breast milk.
Right.
So it's just like, what? Color storms makes more sense.
Father says that Mommy is having one of her dark spells. We whisper sweet nothings under the door while she lies in bed, her eyes covered in cloth. The vapors bound Mummy more in the summertime. We would pick wildflowers in the fields beneath her window, chattering in dulcet tones as we later used them to adorn her bed. Even on the days where her eyes remained shut, she assured us that their beauty would be found her in the darkness.
Mumsy and eccentric.
Once the blah-blahdies have untwisted her mind.
I can confirm. I recently listened to all of Sherlock Holmes, and like every third word in the entire canon is brain fever. Like everyone is always having brain fever, and it's like the perfect excuse for like why someone can't provide evidence for a certain.
Is that a headache?
It's basically like they got so upset and messed up that, or like they got so sick over something that, like they're like
They were in a state.
Yeah, they were in a state.
I feel like brain fever is what you call it when there's like 100 ailments or illnesses you just like have not medically categorized. So it all sort of falls in the brain fever bucket. Like brain fever, but the brain fever probably covers like anxiety, like panic attack, headache, aneurysm, feeling a little sad, feeling a little grumpy, uh,
Indigestion.
indigestion,
Yep.
OCD, ACD, ACDC, and not watching your favorite horse.
I had brain fever today. I did.
Was it was hot on your mind?
It was hot in there, so I took off all my brain clothes. Her spirits. Yep. I was an English major. I can confirm that in a lot of those great books, there were a lot of women who they came down with a case of the euphemism.
Yeah.
Are there any good euphemism-y women you remember, Adi, from all your time looking at books for school?
No, I don't. I remember so few of them. Let me think. I remember so little of what I read for college, and I cared so much about it then. It's a real shame. It's a real shame. I had to spend like a solid 12 years paying for it.
Adi, if you don't mind, I'd like to add a new segment to the show where every week you read a book you had to read in college, you reread it, and then you tell us what rings a bell.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think I've kept like 5 of them, so I'll start there. Okay. I think I'll start with some old Irish plays.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Yeah, the Playboy of the Western World, I think, is where I'm going to start.
Ooh.
Sounds pretty sexy.
Do you want to know anything about it now?
Yes. What?
Yes.
Who is the Playboy, and where is the Western World?
Let's stop that share and let's share the Wikipedia. Okay. It's a 3-act play written by J.M. Singh, first performed at the Abbey Theatre, Dublin, on 26 January 1907. It's set in Michael James Flattery's public house in County Mayo. Okay, this does ring a bell. Tells the story of Christy Mann, a young man running away from his farm, claiming he killed his father. The play is best known for its use of the poetic, evocative language of Hiberno English. That does not ring a bell. Heavily influenced by the Irish language, as Singh celebrates the lyrical speech of the Irish. So, the Playboy of the Western World is basically what this very working class guy who ran away from home tries to kind of paint himself as to a bunch of people in a pub. Yeah.
I mean, I think he didn't kill his dad, because like the second character on the list is like his dad.
I think his dad shows up in Act 3.
Uh-huh.
I think that's right.
The photo of the like Irish actors at the time is pretty cool though. Yeah.
I think that's the Playboy of the Western World right there. Can I get out of this? How do I? What do I do? There we go.
Riots.
County Mayo.
During the
That's right.
the opening performance of the play.
Oh, there were riots.
Yeah.
It was an offense to public morals. I'm guessing probably because of them using the Irish language. It was the patricide. be the concept. Wild. I don't remember learning about that. I'm sure I did.
So I think all of this is girding my support for this being a weekly segment.
Yeah.
Adi, are you ready to do it?
I'll give it a try. I'm a bad reader these days. So it might be, the segment might be Adi tries to remember something that he read and then gets reminded by the Wikipedia article.
Adi finds the Cliff Notes or finds the Wikipedia article.
But I actually thought of that book because I think in that book, one of the pub people comes down with like a fever, but it is called something very, very different. And I feel like I remember looking it up. Woo! Woo! That's the tweets.
Those are the tweets of the week, guys. Now, the chat is screaming for it. They're begging for it. Ansel demands it. Parent memes, Addie?
I have a meme about parenting. I actually wonder, I think Misha will understand the literal thing that this is drawing upon. So let's share that tweet or share that meme.
Yeah.
This one you have to explain to me because I don't know. I don't know what the fork thing is referring.
Oh man,
Misha, you saw Sydney do her magic tricks, right?
Yeah.
So
this is also a game that can be played as like have one parent make a meme and then have another parent explain it.
Yeah, that's
just like does the thing behind the meme transfer?
Yeah. So Misha, can you explain Sydney's? So the third box is the way that we can pretty much always get Sydney to eat food. And it's by letting her be a magician at the table. And she has one trick that she will either put on to her fork or her spoon a small amount of the food item that is on her plate. And she will say, everyone, what do you see? What do you see here? And let's say the meal was rice. So Rachel, what would you say to her?
Looks like rice, honey.
Okay. Close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes and don't look. And then everyone closes their eyes. She eats it. She says, okay, open them. And we act surprised about we're like, it's an empty spoon. What happened? And she says, I ate it. And we say, magic. And she goes, do, 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 pop,
pop. That's the best part.
So I have two questions.
Sure.
One is you can use this with any utensil. This could be a fork or a spoon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better when it's a fork.
It's better.
It's more dirt, less likelihood that it goes fling.
Yeah, sure, less mess.
And two is is this a thing that all parents do? Like magic, like the magic trick, close your eyes.
This is a thing that all all Monaco top hat level parents do. You know what I mean? Like it's like elite parent status. It's like if you can like do this, then you are like A plus top keck parenthood.
Did you say top hat?
Yeah, top hat level parenthood.
Yeah, makes me think of
your top hat.
Top hats make me think of like PUAs. So I feel like that like majorly crossed my wires. I'm like pickup artist dads.
Puff, if you want this, you've got to set it up as though it's a magic trick.
You gotta show the sauce. You have to eat it all very quickly.
And then I'll close my eyes and put it in your mouth and act surprised when it's empty.
So Lita has started doing this trick now too, because like of course it's like she saw that, except she doesn't understand how it works, so she closes when she's like, close your eyes, don't look, she closes her own eyes.
So Naomi's failed version of this magic trick, Naomi being 1.5, is that she holds up her spoon with or without food on it and just says "bop" and laughs, and expects us to clap, which we do. But yeah, Heather is correct. So the thing is, no, not everyone does this trick. There's no book that we got this trick from. We stole it from my dad. But parents, especially at that toddler age, stupid games. Essentially, you just convince the kid that playing the game of eating is fun, and then they eat.
Yep. And like anything, like you kind of like have to. Someone in like a WhatsApp group was talking about like a key parenting moment. They were like conversation between me and my child. Hey, Marin, do you want to have a bath? Throws a fit. Hey, Marin, do you want to have a fun bath? Yeah. It's like it's just like all. It can be as little as just like you know.
Yeah, we got these color tablets that you can drop into a bath to make it different colors. That got Sydney super into the bath for like a solid year.
Ooh, that's good. That's a lot of mileage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're awesome. I'll find the link for you, Misha.
Ooh, yeah. We've just been like sucking the receiving the like next set of things as hand-me-down parenting.
Yeah, you're 1 year behind us. That's like right in the sweet spot because we still remember that.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, I was talking to my friend whose kids are like 10 and 8, and he's like, man, if it's any consolation, I have no idea what it was like to have 2 kids 2 years apart.
Speaking of which, Misha, do you have anything big coming up that you'd like to plug?
Oh, the birth of my second daughter.
Yeah,
that's coming up.
Good plug.
Hopefully.
Good plug.
Yeah. I was trying to think of like, there's a Good God Women show.
Oh yeah. When is that coming?
May 17th, 2015.
Oh, my 32nd birthday. That's good. Yeah. It's coming up on my 32nd birthday.
We're gonna do so well.
Any year ago.
Yep.
And I have a improv show this Saturday at the Union Comedy Festival at the Ballroom in Davis Square. No children or even a significant other for this one, but I still have improv dates. You choose one or the other, or in Adi's case, both. Adi's made it work. I don't know how. We all choose
government funding.
Government funding. All right, he is a CIA agent. We've established. So that's how I've chosen my life. And Misha, I'm sure we both dream of each other's lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel, what is your follower count?
My follower count is currently 14.7 thousand followers on Twitter. It was 14.5, but then I made fun of a woman who made silly comics on Instagram, and then I got 200 more followers from that.
Yeah.
Boom. Did your thing today bump you up at all? That seemed to get a little head of steam.
Which one?
What was the one that I saw today that was that you seem to have some regrets about?
Oh yeah, I always have regrets about the ones that do real well, because you always have to be careful not to cause like a harassment campaign.
Yeah, this was the Harry Styles one.
Oh, I forget what Harry Styles one I did today.
It was Olivia Wilde. It might have been from yesterday with the way I use Twitter.
So the one I did today was new definition of in your 30s just dropped, and it was a Harry Styles fan complaining about the age gap between Harry Styles and Olivia Wilde and saying, and someone was like, the age gap is fine. He's 28 and she's in her 30s, and someone replied, she's not in her 30s, making it seem like she's 31 to 33. No, she's 38. Which I just think is like a really funny. Like, here's the thing: I'm not mad at this person because it's very silly. Because they're a silly person. People, if somebody is like a low count follower and they're just saying something stupid, I'm not gonna get mad at them because I'm gonna get mad at important people, like Henry Kissinger or some guy who's mean to me personally in my replies. I also consider high status. But someone just having an insane definition of what 30s means in an unrelated thread I'm not involved in. To me, I just think that's a bit of a lark, a bit of a card.
Well, but also I feel like the people that would follow you wouldn't tend to be like the most, like, on a scale of like 1 to 10 in like aggressive Twitter nature of like people who will go and like harass other Twitter users, like 3, 4 maybe.
My hope is that I have cultivated like a chill, cool following, but on the other hand, like the bigger your followers become, first of all, when people talk about harassment campaigns, sometimes they mean death threats, and sometimes it just means 300 people telling you that you're being dumb. When 300 people tell you that you're dumb, it feels like you're being harassed, even though each individual user probably is like, this was a mild response. This was an equal response. You said something dumb, and I told you were being dumb. But when 300 people do that, it feels like too much. And I feel like the numbers game in Twitter is like you just need 300 people to find someone mildly annoying enough to reply to them before that person feels harassed. And that's why you have to be so careful.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then you cross that threshold, and then anything can happen.
Yeah, and then at some point, I assume you just like give up / stop caring about the consequences of your actions. I'm really excited to get there. I'm ready for it.
Do you ever mute your own tweets?
I mute my tweets all the time.
Yeah.
Because you know, you just get sick of getting notifications for the same tweet. You're just like, I want to stop getting this one notification. You'll mute a tweet, and then you will just check manually to see what's going on with that tweet. See if it's getting anything weird happening.
Yeah, you play Smells Like Teen Spirit when you want to play it, not when the crowd tells you to play it.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, I just checked. I'm at 352 followers, which is a lot more than I used to have. And I've just had like a nice slow trickle recently off the parenting memes. I get like I pick up like 2 or 3 a week. Like a nice little slow trickle. And they all like about 2 of my memes.
I don't think I've tweeted anything since that Good God Women show.
I think I'm a follower of Misha.
That might be possible.
I could not find Misha's Twitter account when I was promoting the show because I put in the name Misha and it said Misha Collins, and I'm like, we don't have him tonight. Hopefully soon.
Right.
If Misha Collins is out there, we'd love to have you. Please wear that trench coat for the fans.
Misha's last tweet was less than a year ago.
Yeah,
gentlemen. It was 11/13/21. He said, "Been thinking a lot about Tubby the Tuba lately. Current take: the frog is Tyler Durden."
Yeah, that's a real deep cut.
Yeah, that's a deep cut. There we go.
Yeah. But if you know Tubby the Tuba, hit me up.
Yeah, you had a nice run of puns in May of 2021, in the spring of 2021.
What was going through my mind in the spring of 2021?
Yeah. This is good twitching. We just added a viewer, so good on us. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had some puns.
Yeah.
I can pun.
Yeah.
And sometimes we even get to double digits. But I'm very happy with whoever watches us. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for staying tuned. I know you could be watching literally thousands of other things. A millions of other things if you include like staring at various parts of your house. If you include that with your other streaming options, then the list just jumps tenfold.
Dino laundry.
Look at all these things people could be looking at.
Looking at so many more things than they are.
You want to see Doris's drum set?
Yes,
Sure.
actually.
There it is, right at the back.
I keep forgetting how fucking big your basement is, Adi.
Yeah, you have still not seen the whole thing.
I think I'm going to drop by your house unannounced, and you're going to have to give me the tour.
I cannot wait.
Cool.
I will grill you something.
Thank you.
Yeah. Return of the boiler.
Return of the boiler.
The boiler was doing its thing earlier tonight for the first time ever while I was airing. So that made me anxious. I hope it wasn't too noisy.
I don't know what the content would be, but I kind of want a segment of the show called Boiler Alert.
What I really want is Matt to start making like graphics and title cards again.
Yeah.
Because there are a couple segments that I really want a title card for. Including Boiler Alert. I want Boiler Alert. And then we just go over and check in on the boiler when we come back.
That's a good idea.
Okay, I'm not going to say any of my ideas right now because I have a lot of ideas for Boiler Alert.
Come on.
Oh, man.
All right. The key is we have to remember.
I'm excited to see where this goes.
Ansalt, Puff, I hope you will hold us accountable about Boiler Alert.
Guys, this has been a great show. Thank you, Misha, for being our guest.
Thank you for having me. This is really fun.
This is a delight.
I said thank you.
Oh, no. I get to thank you. And you.
Misha, shut up. I'm thanking you. Adi, thank you for being a fabulous co-host. You can watch the show every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This was Water. I am Rachel. Good night, good luck, and good posting.